All right, so I just made this video, but I'm making it again because I didn't have the audio turned on. So yeah, happens to the best of us. Sorry, I'm so weird. Should have just screen shared before I did that. Okay, so I'm going to screen share with you guys. My plan is to show you what I do for my new coaches and kind of the steps I take for the first week or so, kind of the first month. Hopefully it won't take me too long, but bear with me. I talk a lot. Okay, so let me just go back a little bit. This is the Joy Seekers Drive. This is the Google Drive I've shared with all of you that has tons and tons of resources in it. If you haven't used them, start using them. This is where I want you to go. So you're going to be going into Team Joy Seekers and then Coach Resources. In Coach Resources, there's a signing up new coaches and discount coaches file. Click on that, and we're going to go over discount coaches and just like new business coaches. First things first, how to sign up a new coach. This is the file that explains how to do that. It gives the step-by-step processes. You just need to make sure you substitute your coach ID for the coach ID in the link that I provide. Okay, so there's that. Once you've sent them that email and they've taken care of the sign up, then what's going to happen is you're going to go into this file for a new personally sponsored coach who wants to work the business in any way. Okay, so hang on, I need to move back a little bit. Putting this in here. Okay, to do for new coaches. So number one is you're going to do or take a look at this one right here. So I'm going to rename it 1. So 1, new coach to-do list. This is what you look at first. In the new coach to-do list, you're going to see what to do for new coaches. I'm not going to go over all of it, but basically it's just what to do when they sign up. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 3, I've kind of substituted my own email. This is Noelle's old email. So you can use either this email or you can use the next email that I'm going to talk about. Both of them are fine to use, but just make sure that you stay consistent with which one you're following. So number 1, check out the outline. Do the steps on the outline for your new coaches. Number 2, you're going to craft a welcome to coaching email. Okay, so number 2, welcome to coaching email. This is something that I have sent to a few new coaches, and it's just a basic explanation of our group, of our team page, and then attached to it is a new coach packet that I talk about. So I'll talk about that in a second, but at the end of this, notice that let's see where I can do. Notice that over at the end of this, I talk about how I want to talk with them on the phone at some time or in person if possible and figure out where they want to see themselves in a month, in 6 months, and in a year. So that's called a getting started right call. That's something that you do with new coaches to help them to like get started with coaching and feel like they're on their feet, and it also helps you to know what you want to do to help them the most. Okay, so number 2, welcome to coaching email. After you craft that email, so let's craft the email real quick. I'm going to copy and paste this in. I might personalize it depending on the coach that I'm sending it to. Copy and paste, and I've already copied and pasted this, but copied and pasted, I sign my name, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to attach the new coach packet. The way to do this is that you're going to go over to this icon right here on your Gmail account, and in the Gmail account there is this lovely little icon that's for Google Drive only. So you're going to click on the icon, insert files using Google Drive. You're going to go into the Joy Seekers Drive and down to Coach Resources, and then you'll go to signing up new coaches, and then what to do for new coaches right here, and then you're going to send them the new coach packet right here. Okay, So this file's already been attached, so I'm not going to actually attach it. But here it is. The email is composed. Now let's go over the new coach packet. So the new coach packet, I need to update a little bit, but this is the new coach packet. So this is number 3. 3, new coach packet. You're going to click on this and you can read over it. It talks about a welcome. It explains kind of the way that the team works. I've started a few message threads, so you can add them to that. It also explains how they set up their EFT management or their direct deposit information, because we get paid every Thursday morning as long as we are doing things with the business. So let them know that they're not going to know everything right away, and that's okay. And then go from there and make sure if you use this, that you fill in your own information. Let's see. Okay, so going down, there's a key to success. It has some tips for posting on Facebook and Instagram, kind of times, ideas. This is some always tips about social media. Be positive. Make sure they're posting with pictures. Don't just have them, like if you notice them just sharing links and things on Facebook, then have them, kind of help them figure things out that they could post, figure out what they're good at, what they're passionate about, and have them share that. This is just some basic following the Power of Threes sheet. If they're following the Power of Threes, they're going to be doing all of these things. They'll learn about these in the trainings, but it just gives them some tips for social media and how to stay engaged with that. And then I want them checking in on the Team Thrive and the Team Joy Seekers pages. The Joy Seekers page is the big page I want them to check in on, and Team Thrive is like the bigger team, but it's not our main team. Joy Seekers is the one that my personally sponsored coaches, and so then all of your coaches are technically under. And so this is where I want you guys coming for resources as much as possible. As our team grows, and the culture will grow, and we'll be able to help each other more. And the Thrive page is great. I do want us all to be engaged in that, but it's a little confusing to have too many pages. And so I just have the 2. But just keep in mind that Team Thrive is where, here it is. Team Thrive is where you guys can go for questions if you're not getting the answers on the Team Joy Seekers page. So let's go down, new coach training outline. This just gives them an outline, and we'll let them go into the Inspiration Dream Team, which you guys can set up your own accounts with that to attach a link for here. If you haven't done that yet and you need help with doing that, let me know. But let's see, so setting up the Dream Team account, and then this is all of the new coach training subjects that they'll go over. So they can either do the new coach training on their own through the link. They can do it in a Facebook group like we do every month on the first day of every month, or the first Monday. We kind of are back and forth. But let them know that if they need the accountability of a group, they can be added to a group, but otherwise you want them to just take off and do it themselves. Make sure that they check out YouTube, Beachbody channel. There's tons of resources. An additional resource is the Google Drive. They can access that at this link, which is apparently non-existent. I will add that link later. Hold on. Okay, and then this goes over the compensation plan. I know this is a question a lot of us have, and so it's good for you to read, and it's also something you want all of your new coaches to read over time. They don't have to read all of the new coach packet all at once, but it is where they need to be going for information. It has compensation, rank advancements, just helps answer the questions. And if they have questions after looking over this, then they can talk to you or they can talk to me. But just have them make sure that they are watching for information that's already there before they ask for it from you or from me. So social media do's and don'ts. This is some do's and don'ts that Beachbody has come up with. They're great. They're just excellent to use for all of us. And that is the end of the new coach training packet. Okay, so that's number 3. I attached that. Another thing that's optional to attach is you can attach this file right here, and you can personalize it. It's an About Me form. You could maybe send this in a follow-up email to your new coaches a few days later in the week and just let them know you'd like to learn more about them before you talk to them on the phone. So this is something to send before a getting started right call is what I would say. Okay, so then after your getting started right call, which we can go into another time because it's not complicated, but it would just take more time. After you do that, then I want you guys to take a look at this file, which is a new coach game plan for month 1. And gradually we're going to increase this to, a month 1 game plan, a month 6 or 6-month game plan, that kind of a thing. And it will be personalized to each of your coaches, but in general, the new coach one will remain mostly the same. Every coach is a little different, but most of us start about the same. We have the same insecurities, the same things that we're worried about. So this is something to kind of get somebody started. This is important for all of us, focusing on your own journey. So being in your first challenge group, if they join as a coach before they do a challenge group, or just to continue sharing about a current challenge group and really sticking to it. Another thing that they need to be doing for themselves is diving into a personal development book. If they haven't started one, you can give them access to the free SlideEdge link. If you just Google SlideEdge online, free PDF, it'll show up. There's also ways, you can let them know that they can get free or nearly free books from authors' websites. Brendan Burchard is someone who does giveaways for books, and he just charges like $5 for shipping for a book, and it's like a hardcover full book that's amazing. Pay only shipping. Okay, so then number 2, they need to be sharing their journey. So they should be getting active on Facebook 1 to 2 times a day, and eventually getting up to at least 3 times a day. You don't want to post too much. I mean, we all know there's those people who are salesy and they post everything, every time, every minute of every day, so that they clog the news feed and people just don't like them. So don't post too often, but make sure that they're understanding that they can be posting daily about workouts, healthy eating, family life, fashion, decor, anything that they're really interested in and that draws their audience to them. So there's some ideas for that. And finally, and most importantly, is making sure that they understand that even though they're excited about this, and even though they want to be successful, and even though they're feeling overwhelmed, that they need to set business hours and get started with a routine. The new coach training talks about managing your time at some point in the training, but it's important to start doing from the get-go. So this is a suggestion for what I do to kind of lay out my day. This doesn't work for everybody, but this is just my ideal day. It's going to change as I have more kids, but for now, this works. So feel free to share that with them. Feel free to add your own. And that is that one. Okay, so closing that. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these other ones, you guys don't need to worry about quite yet. But this is eventually going to be a coach binder, the new coach binder, that I'm going to have a file for you guys to print out for all of your new coaches, and you can make it into a small 3-ring binder and mail it to them or hand deliver it in person, just because it's helpful to have just some Power 3 sheets already printed out and to have some FAQs that they can just pull from right there. They don't have to go search for them online. But that's a plan for another day. For now, this is what you focus on. Let's just kind of recap. So this is the outline. This is what to do for your coaches. Then after you've done those things, then you're going to welcome them to coaching with an email. In that email, make sure you ask them when and where they can chat with you, either in person or on the phone, to do a getting started right call. In this email, you're also going to attach this document, number 3, and possibly number 4, and then give them about a week before you do that first call, and so that they can have some time to look over things, ask you questions, that kind of a thing. Let's see, make sure if you're using the new coach packet that you're doing all of the things in the new coach packet. So you're adding them to the Google Drive, you're adding them to the message threads, you're adding them to the pages, and the message threads that they're going to get added to, we're going to kind of graduate message threads. So like new coaches will be in a new coach training message thread until they're done with the new coach training. Then they'll move on to the main Joy Seekers page message thread. So that's just kind of a way that they can get a hold of us faster, because we all get our messages sooner than we see our notifications. Because I don't know about you, but my notification list goes like through the roof. I hate checking notifications. I would much rather just check a message. So that will help with that. But I hope this is helpful. I hope I didn't talk too fast and that I was talking loud enough. And that is what I'm going to talk about for today. So, ending